I'm laughing at my son because he's right outside the door and he's like, "Are you live?" And I'm like, "I'm live." And he's like, "Well, let me come in." And I'm like, "No." Hey, y'all. Hey, it is Friday. How y'all doing this fine Friday evening, afternoon here on the West Coast? I hope this video finds you well. I hope y'all are doing well. It's Friday, right? And not only is it Friday, it's Friday before it's the Friday of Halloween. Okay. So some of you have parties to go to, some of you got costumes to plan for. So I'm not gonna hold you too long. I promise you I'm not. But as promised, today is happy hour. Like it's our virtual happy hour, and that's what we're doing. Just in case you need a reminder, let me remind you. So I don't have to tell you that we're living a very fast-paced life. Sometimes we barely have enough time to even eat a balanced meal. Well, here's the thing. I created a space for adults to wind down. Essentially, it's a virtual happy hour called Sippin and Jus Saying. That's right, a place where we get to wind down. We laugh, we joke, we clown each other, and we just share just a relaxed time with one another. So kick up your heels. Come on in with your favorite drink or beverage, and let's have a laugh together. Oh, and did I mention no serious topics are allowed? See you soon. See you soon. And guess what? No serious topics are allowed at all. And so, without further ado, first of all, I want to introduce to you the guest that's in the green room, so to speak. I have other people that's going to join the live, but they're just going to be in when they're done with their lives and done with whatever it is that they have to do. And so that's neither here nor there. So anyway, Trash Can Way says, hello, you got commercials? Yes, commercials. Okay. Lakeisha says, hello, Melissa. And I'm saying hello to Teresa. And Royalty Queen. Hey y'all. Listen, Mod Extraordinaire. She's just like, okay, Blonde. I know. Do a little something. Oh, yes. So thank you, Mod Extraordinaire. She says, as you are coming in, make sure to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. So without further ado, my friends, coming up on the bat. See, Corey of Blind Guy, his wife, their life, has me introducing people like they're coming up to bat. So I took that from him. I can't even help it. Anyway, so my co-host for right now, my guest host, we're here to have fun together. She is a content creator that's over 40. She is making waves in these YouTube streets. And without further ado, I'm going to bring her up and we'll chat a little bit and then we'll get into the random questions and all of that. But without further ado, you guys help me welcome Kelly of My Vivid Life.
Yay! Hi, Melissa. How are you?
Hey, girl. Hey.
How are you?
First of all, thank you so much for accepting the invitation to come and join me in my special. I guess, I don't know if I put it in the title, but pretty much everyone that I invited, everyone's over 40. I really wanted to talk about and just have fun with those of us that are creating content, but we're over a certain age. So the beginning part of our talk tonight, we'll just be talking about that kind of over 40 space. But anyway, tell everybody about yourself, Kelly.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Hey, everybody in the chat. Welcome. So, thank you, Melissa. I have a channel called My Vivid Life, and it is all about celebrating being over 40 and all the wonderful things that kind of go along with that and embracing us women And men too. Aging gracefully. So I focus on wellness and doing things that are on your bucket list that you always wanted to do. You didn't, for whatever reason, you didn't do it. But, I want to encourage you and motivate you to do that. On my channel, most recently, I had my shooting.
Yes.
Shooting videos.
Yes.
I'm into martial arts also.
Nice.
So just living your best life is what
I love it.
Thank you.
I love it. You are very welcome. So mods, I put a request in there for you guys to find her channel, and please drop the link in the chat, please. So you guys stay over here with us, because I promise you she's very interesting. She don't have pint. I think I have Kelly maybe about an inch or two. Okay, that's about it. Okay. Most of my subscribers like, Melissa, I thought you were tall. I am not. Yeah. I am not. My kids are. My husband is, but I am. No, I'm the shrimp of the family.
I'm a little shorty too.
Yes. So Royalty Queen is welcoming you. Trash Can Waves, as always. My Vivid Life, all the hearts. And you guys, do me a favor, because I don't think I've ever done this to my brother. Please find his YouTube channel as well and drop it in the link. If I can say anything about my brother, he is always here to support, and not only just support, but to support Kelly and I and everyone else's channel. So I want to make sure. Caveat: if you're sensitive, disclaimer, that is an adult content channel. Now, I'm not saying he over there pushing the P word, but it's adult content, but he's fun. Okay. And he always comes back with a life lesson. Okay. Every time, even his most craziest videos, he always has a life lesson. So anyway, yes, he said disclaimer. Yes, sir. Disclaimer. But mods, please drop these two channels for my two friends. No Trash Can Waves. I am not tall. I am very short. P word. P-O rhymes with corn.
Yes.
There you go. He's like, P word. Joanne, she's like, hey y'all, Joanne, I feel so bad because I was going to invite you tonight, because you are definitely someone over 40. You're definitely someone that's making wave online, but I was like, she's gonna be too busy. So I'm so sorry. But next time I'm gonna just send you the invite, and just, if you show up, you show up. No big deal. So anyway, my friends, he's like, oh. So mods, please get that her YouTube channel. But again, if you don't find it, I will have it linked in the description. Please check her out, subscribe, support, all that wonderful stuff. Now, so let's talk. Now, here's the thing. I promise that on Fridays we don't talk about anything serious, but and the truth of the matter is, she will be back, my friends, for a more official interview in about 2 weeks, I think. Yes. Couple of days.
Yes.
So a lot of the stuff that we're itching to ask her, I'm not going to ask her. We're just going to get into a lot of the funny questions, the silly questions, until the rest of my guests come up. Someone says they can't hear you. Can't find her.
It's My Vivid Life. Let me see.
My Vivid Life. I will.
Can we try?
I will try. But let me, when I ask you a question and you're talking, I'll go get it.
Okay.
I will get it. So anyway, what made you start YouTube? Like, what started your YouTube journey, as far as specifically, I want to speak and represent the over 40 crowd?
For sure. So I started my YouTube channel really to document, living the next phase of my life, being a divorced mom of 3 girls. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want to feel afraid or hide, or I wanted to show that you can still have an amazing, post-divorce life and not get stuck. Because I know when I got a divorce, I was very, I'm sure I was depressed. And
I get it.
It's a rut that you're in.
Right.
And I moved out of that. And I know that women meant to kind of go through that. And I just wanted them to remind them that, yes, it's a phase that you have to go through, but look how you can live if you change your mindset.
Yeah.
And just be an example for them to do the things that they always wanted to do.
Nice. Okay, Kelly. Just so that, because we promised nothing too serious.
Oh, yes.
Anything. We got to take a drink.
Okay. Mind you, this is my Red Bull, but.
It's okay. Red Bull, that color?
Yeah, it's pomegranate.
Oh, it's the one in the specialty cans.
Yes.
You know what? I've never taken the Red Bull out of the can to know this
what
is
color
not,
it is.
to know what color it is. I never knew. So yeah, no trash can waves. This is not Kool-Aid. This is actually a.
It does look like Kool-Aid though.
No, it's like a colada, purple colada, with colada something or another, Bartles and James or something like that. Very lightweight because wine makes me really sleepy, so I didn't want to take anything like that. So I was like, nope.
For sure.
So mods, I did drop both their channels. If you could just go ahead and drop it and just continue to drop and remind people to subscribe and all that wonderful stuff. The watermelon Red Bull
that's my favorite too. It's my favorite, but they didn't have it. So I had to get the pomegranate.
I like the orange. See, and now I'm going to get all of them. I'm telling you how my mind works.
Yeah.
I'm going to get all of them and then pour them in a cup to see what color they are. So all those specialty cans are different colors.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah. There's like a coconut berry and, the watermelon. It's all blueberry. Yeah.
Okay, so Trash Can Waves feel me. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy them all. You bought them all. Yeah, I've had them. We're listening in while we can, y'all. You're looking lovely. Thank you, Blind Guy, his wife, and their life. Another staple to my channel. I love these guys. Great couple, great content. So you guys make sure, if you haven't already, they've been on a lot. So if y'all aren't subscribed to their channel by now, shame.
Exactly.
Shame. Oh my goodness, Mr. IT, salute to you in the chat. Happy Friday. Cheers. Thank you, Mr. IT.
Nice to see you.
Yes, thank you. I really appreciate it. And as I always say, and I mean it, like, I don't take you guys' time or your money lightly at all. So when you guys drop super chats or super stickers and everything, it just warms my heart, And for me, Kelly, what I call them little Atta girls. They're like, keep going, keep going.
Exactly.
So they're really nice.
Support, for sure.
Yeah. So what got me into YouTube was I was a consumer. Like, I watched so many people in so many genres. Like, I watch anybody from ASMR to cut soap, people that cut soap, to gamers, everything. And one thing that I really got into in the space was like talk to people. And I'm like, I can definitely do that. But the thing is, you never know what's gonna stick. So I started off doing beauty stuff, and I mean, it just evolved, and then I'm here. And this is like, this is my comfy spot. But for some reason, I didn't think this was my comfy spot.
Right.
When
did you start your channel?
Huh?
When did you start your channel? When was that?
Ooh, about 2 years ago.
Okay.
2.5 years ago. Yep, about 2 years ago. And we actually, one of our late nights. Oh, hold on. For the warming of the heart. Oh, Trash Can Waves is feeling a little nicey.
I know.
Oh my goodness. I hit that spot. I shouldn't say that to him, but anyway, no, you
probably not. No,
Kelly, you know him. I shouldn't even say that to him. Thank you, Trash Can Waves, little brother. I think little or same. I don't even know. I think you're my little brother. Anyway, much love and appreciation. And again, you guys go check his channel out. Again, it's not for the faint at heart. I'm here for my YouTube sisters. Hey, my favorite, your favorite pharmacist. How you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Pharmacist, how my girl Kay. Blind Guy, you're just rhyming away, Trash Can Waves. You a married woman. Don't get me started. Listen, I know that's what I said. No. So anyway, that's how I started my journey. And you know what? Being representing the over 40 crowd was immediately the thing that I thought about. Like, and it's in my about. And I think I said something like classy woman, whatever, representing the over 40 crowd. That was something that I really, it was important to me to kind of point out.
Sure. Same.
What do you think what advantage do you think we have with maturity coming on YouTube? Yeah.
Well, I mean, certainly there is a space for, the beauty channels, but I think we can kind of touch on that in our own channels, but it's really the wisdom that we bring and what we can kind of share with others who are, I won't say behind us, but the younger folks, and, let them see us as role models and a positive influence in this space, and being Black women too. I don't feel like there's enough of us in the community, right?
There's not enough of us in a positive light. I'll say it that way. There's a lot of us, and there's a lot of us talking, and there's a lot of us, doing content, but just ignoring the drama, positivity in my own lane. It is what it is. So you're professional.
Yes.
And you come to YouTube with a certain skill set, whatever that is. How do you think that helps you develop your content, keep your schedules, not letting it become something that it shouldn't be, grow into this YouTube beast, knowing that you have a life outside of YouTube?
That's a good question. I think when you come to YouTube, you have certain strengths that sometimes people don't even recognize that they have until they start getting into it. Like my everyday job, I'm a project manager, and I work in IT. So everything's kind of structured. Yes. And while I don't know a lot of the applications with like YouTube and the streaming, all those things, being comfortable with learning that is good to have for someone who might be starting or interested in starting a channel, because it can be really overwhelming.
Right.
What do I need? What do I do first? And like, it's like, and then you don't do anything.
Yeah. And then with you being a project manager, you're used to lists and prioritizing and meeting deadlines and different things like that. So I think that is definitely an advantage. And I think for me, I didn't, I see a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of people, especially the young kids on YouTube. They come to YouTube with a pretense of what it's going to be and what it should be, because they're putting all their eggs, monetary eggs, into YouTube.
And they think it's going to be overnight too. That's the other thing. Patience is everything in this space.
And that comes with being over 40, because well, I always tell people, you know what, this was a something for me that I couldn't imagine doing when my kids were little. So we're partial empty nesters. Like we have 30, 25, 21, married, grown, whatever. But then we have two 16-year-olds. So, the 16-year-old is very easy for me to be like, I'm going live. I'll see you later.
Right.
You're good. Oh, you're back. You're coming home from practice, whatever. I could not imagine. Listen, I'm a gamer and I love playing Sims. And even when they were little, I knew, do not jump on that game because you're going to.
Wait, you're a gamer?
I am a gamer.
You are a gamer.
I am a gamer.
I love it. I didn't know that, Melissa.
I am.
That's pretty cool.
I am a gamer, and I do have a Twitch.
Wow.
A lot of people don't know that.
That's very surprising. That's something like, tell me something you wouldn't know. I would not imagine.
You wouldn't imagine. Yes.
No.
Yeah. We are a hardcore gaming family. Thankfully, my husband is more on the providing and protecting end of things. So he's not that stereotypical, oh, I got a game, but we definitely game as a family. Like, absolutely. We are, very technical, very nerdy family in that regard. Very, I do. I do.
That's pretty awesome. That's good. That's good.
It says, Sims got on my nerves with my ex. Listen, it's such a fun game. Such a fun game. So have you heard anything about, and feel free to drink, like I said, this is not a formal interview, girl. We're just talking it up.
Okay.
Have you heard anything about this Meta? Facebook changes its name and all that. What do you think about that?
I saw it yesterday or whenever it came out. And like, this has to be not real. I thought it was fake. It's like, why would they do that? Why would he do that?
Right.
I don't know much more than that. I only know that it's being changed, but I don't know the reason behind it. Do you know?
I played a little. I reviewed it yesterday. I played a little video of his little walk speech, his little TED talk. Reimagining the brand, and I think that there's a lot of things going on. Number one, I think he just knows Facebook. Bottom line, he knows Facebook has a bad name. And he's trying to just have us all reimagine Facebook. And I don't know how well that's going to go over. I don't know.
I mean, if you can change the face, but the bodies and the behind the scenes is still kind of.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's what I said in my review. Joanne Matthews says, I thought it was fake too. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, Meta, what? But I can see because it has been getting so much bad press. I hope it wasn't like a knee-jerk reaction, or maybe it's something they were planning. I don't know.
Because oh my goodness, Vaughn or somebody, one of the tech brothers that we know, he was in the chat yesterday and he was like, listen, that's an 89.9 billion company, and the profits that he's made. And I said, exactly. And I don't think, number one, I believe the whistleblower. Number two, I don't think he's going to compromise that kind of money. I don't think so.
Absolutely not. So
Yeah.
if the perception is that it's rebranded, that means it's a new company. We're good. We're not going to, behave badly and do all these things. We're different. We're different
exactly.
now.
Exactly. All right, let's get into some fun. What do you guys do for Halloween? What's your Halloween plans? Do you have any? Do you celebrate?
It wasn't my favorite holiday. It was my ex's favorite holiday. Yeah. And he lived it up.
Really?
Yes, very much so. So my girls, they do love it. My youngest is 13 now. So done.
Right.
No more.
Done.
So I'm thankful. I'm one of those crotchety old people who turn the lights off. And
me too.
I don't need to. I was like, maybe I should put some candy out. The last one put candy out, they took the whole bucket.
Darn kids. They started over here. So my neighborhood is Halloween 3.0. Like our whole entire neighborhood can be a walk-through haunted house. It's insane. And then here we are just sitting there like, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I'm talking coming up to our subdivision, there's skeletons outside the gate walking towards people's homes.
That's kind of cool.
And they have a haunted house, they have an it house, they have a huge pirate ship, and they go all out. And so for me growing up, yes, we did trick or treat, but then my kids, we didn't. They didn't trick or treat. But the thing is, my husband has turned into this, we don't even have grandkids, but he's turned into this old man who wants to sit out. He's got his Batman stuff going on. He's always bought the kids candy. Because if I could be transparent, number one, them not trick-or-treating started out from some weird religious thing. That's part. But then as I got older, I just thought it was weird for my kids to go ask people for candy. That it transformed into that. Okay. So yeah, so my great nieces and nephews will be over tomorrow. We always carve pumpkins, and we make what do we do? The seeds. We make homemade pumpkin seeds.
Oh, that's good.
So they're gonna do that, and probably end up making pumpkin bread or something like that. I don't know.
We watch a lot of horror movies and just stay in.
What's your favorite horror movie?
I like zombie movies.
Oh.
So yeah, anything zombie related, I'm good.
I'm mental.
Tell me, like what? Like Final
Destination.
What is Final Destination?
Stuff like that. Because that's the way my brain thinks. Like I'm laying in bed and I'm like, did I lock the door? Is the car in reverse? I need to go check. Like that's me. So that's scary to me.
That's funny.
But the kids, they laugh because I call them wee woo movies. I'm like, I'll come out when they were all home, or when they do come home, they always have like a movie night, which I love when they're all together.
Yes.
And so they go in the loft and they go to the store and they buy all the candy, all the junk that they want. Okay. I don't really care. But I can always tell when they're watching a scary movie because they are not scared. They think it's funny. And I'm like, y'all are sick. If y'all are laughing, they think it's the funniest thing. And I told them, I said, y'all,
what about those older movies? When we look back at them, they laugh at those movies that I thought was scary before.
Exactly. They're like, this scared you? This scared you? I remember, speaking of gaming, I remember there was this game that my husband and I used to play many years ago, and we would try to beat all the levels. And we told my son, we were like, oh, this is going to get you. Man, he sat there and was like, he went through all the levels, and we were like, oh, yeah. And it's the same thing with the scary movies.
I know, you feel disappointed, like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Dang. What'd she say?
Good job saying gamer. It's not good to say you're playing games as a woman. No, it's not.
That's funny. Color purple.
Right. Who knows? Who's the funniest person in your family? Just in general, like your whole family is like, oh, so and so's gonna make you laugh.
Probably my niece because she's silly. She said she's 7. She said she wants to be a clown when she grows up.
Oh, and she keeps y'all laughing.
Yes. Yeah, we're kind of like, we're silly, but not silly like that. We're just sarcastic and
right.
Kind of dark humor.
Right. What about you? My family is very dark humor. I'm in my immediate family. I definitely keep the jokes going. Like absolutely my kids, but my kids are funny. My cousins are funny. My one cousin, Shelly, she is hilarious. My brother, like we are a family full of clowns when we all get together. So it's fun. Like I can't really name just really one person because we could never win that prize where that meme goes, oh, who would you sit by? We would never win. Absolutely not. Absolutely.
Oh, I don't know
not.
that. What is that?
It's like this. It was a meme that was going around and it says something like, who would you for $1 million? See, this is my brother. He's like, facts. Everybody is a clown. You know how some families, they all get together and they all can sing and they all can play sports. Like we all can, like we're all hilarious.
Cracking up. So when you get together on holidays, it's
oh my goodness. And we can laugh at it.
I'm like, oh wow,
we laugh at anything. I can make a joke at the most stuff that I shouldn't even make jokes about. That's my family. But anyway, the meme is something like,
that's funny.
For $1 million, who would you sit next to and you can't laugh? In a serious event? Nobody in my family. Nope.
It's almost worse when you can't laugh or you're like, oh my God, stop. Don't look at me. Don't make a sound.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So she knows my family also belong to. Okay, Trash Can Waves understands it. He's like, yep.
Trash can.
Yeah, it's so fun. It's so fun. Let me see. Well, okay, I got a story. What's the funniest thing that you did as a kid?
The funniest thing I did as a kid? You go first. I'm not sure.
I'll go first and you think. So y'all, my brother's here. So I have to tell this story before he dips out. So I had to be about 4 or 5. This is like the story that I will never live down. It was a Saturday, Miami, Florida. We lived in the projects, and so we lived upstairs. And I'm going somewhere with this. Not only did we live upstairs in the projects, our apartment had upstairs. So I'm coming downstairs because I got in trouble. I was supposed to go to a party. Now here I'm like 3 or 4, like 4 or 5, little old thing. And it's just my brother and I and my mother. So anyway, I got in trouble. I was supposed to go to this birthday party, and my mother, for whatever reason, was like, "No, you're not going to the party." So I was like, okay, I'm going to this party.
Defiant.
I go and I have a suitcase, and my mom said she just looks up, and I remember doing this, and I'm dragging the suitcase, very heavy suitcase, down the stairs of the apartment. So she said, well, where are you going? I said, I'm running away. So she said, well, what's in the luggage? She opened it, full of books.
Oh.
Okay, good. So my mom gave us a love of reading. So that is definitely what she gave us. But I'm not done yet. So she was like, okay, so you're running away. So in her head, probably as a mom, she probably knows where I'm going. I'm going across the street to my friend's house.
Right.
So I'm dragging the luggage. And all I know is I'm dragging down the hall, in the project. Well, in any apartment, there's like we didn't live by the stairwell, in other words. So Central's laughing. Yes, Trash Can Waves, very much a geek. Always have been. Terry didn't play that. Terry don't play that. So anyway, so I'm dragging my luggage. All 4. I mean, I'm talking, it's a big old luggage in my head. All of a sudden, I hear my mother say, "Go help your sister down them stairs."
Right.
So my brother helps me down the stairs. We in the middle. Listen, we're in the
middle.
How much
older is your brother?
How much? 4 years older. So if he had to be like 9 or 10. So if I was like 4 or 5, he's 4 years older. Anyway. I end up going to the lady's house with the luggage full of books.
Over there?
He walked me.
I mean, yes, but she let you go through that process.
Yes, she let me think that I was in control.
Yes,
that will tell you who my mother is. Honestly, now she was a little crazy too. Now, but in a sense of, I don't know why I should call her and ask her why she let me go, because she was like, "Girl, go help your sister." And he helped me, and we get to the house. I go to the party or whatever, and I really thought I was doing something. And she was like, "Where was you going with a luggage full of books? Like, what were you doing?" So that really is a story that tells you about it. It puts you in a psyche of who I was at 4 or 5.
Really,
but also, my prized possession were my books. Like, I'm leaving. So yeah.
Are you a reader today? Do you read? Do you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I find it's hard to make time to read now.
That's what I was just going to say. I love to read, but to be honest with you, I was thinking about this because I was going to make it one of my questions. Yeah. One of the last books that you read, or a book that really impacted you. Mm-hmm. But honestly, it's been a minute since I've read, but I love to read.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So for me, I do remember a story, and it's because my mom told me. I was like 1 or 2. I was 2 years old, and I was in the high chair, and I always climbed out of it. And they said, Kelly, you better sit down, because I had I do have a big head, but she's like, you better sit your big head down. You're gonna fall over. And it's like, no, I got it. So I get up, climb up out of the high chair, and fall into a bucket of dirty water, like dirty kitchen water. And they just said, yes, but that's what you get.
That's what you get. That's the like the mantra. That's what you get. So my brother says you went to Terry Ann's house, and she knew that my mother knew that mom and was not worried about you. Yeah, and I'm sure they called each other like, yeah, she here, child.
Right.
And like I said, my brother walked me to the house, so that was hilarious.
That's different though. When we're younger, we can trust our neighbors.
Yep.
Like I know my next door neighbor, but that's it by name.
Yep.
We don't have that when we're younger.
Nope. You know what? Being military, we did make bonds with our neighbors. Some of our old neighbors are like family at this point.
Yeah.
So that may be a little bit unique to that.
Mm-hmm.
But some of I'd say it depends on where we were in life. Like now, when we moved here, it was like the height of COVID. And so everybody was in their house. So they just passed by and was like, congratulations. And we was like, okay, thank you.
Right.
But there's a lot of little kids in this neighborhood, and I'm just like, are you like that where it makes you itch now, the little kids? Not itch. Let me refrain that, because my niece, she doesn't make me itch. I just don't want to hear the crying and stuff. Like I'm like, give it to her. Give it to her. Give them whatever they want.
Listen, I am like Bonita Betrell now. I'll look out the window. Who is making noises outside?
Okay, so you feel me?
Yes. Yeah. I am Bonita Betrell. I'm peeking through, like, what's happening out there.
Same. And these old snot-nosed kids, back to talking about Halloween, they went around and destroyed people's decorations. And I'm like, you little snots. They poured chocolate milk all over somebody's decorations and stuff. I'm like, chocolate milk? So they...
Uh-oh. Am I frozen or you're frozen? I'll just talk really quickly. So, hey, everybody, if you can still hear me, can you hear me? Long ago, when I was younger, they TP'd my house. We had a huge weeping willow tree in front of our house, and they TP'd it. And of course, when it rains, it just kind of clings to the branches. And so I found out later that they didn't mean to TP my house. They meant to TP someone else's house. And like I will say, like, they looked at me oddly, like, what does she do? That she
okay, I can hear you. I'm like, I can hear you. I don't know.
Yeah.
That was weird.
You couldn't hear me about the willow tree? Oh, no.
We can't hear you about the willow tree, my vivid life. Okay, what about I was like, I can hear you. So when that happens, I'm just like, whatever. I'll just edit that part out later.
I know.
Maybe not. I don't even care.
Let it be. I saw myself talking, but I didn't see you. So
yeah. No, okay, this is always a fun question. If you won $1 million, or money was not an issue, like you have an abundance of money and you can buy whatever you want, what is it that you're still like, I'm not paying that. I'm not paying that for that. What are you not buying expensive?
Right now it's about experiences. So I before wanted like a really nice car. I always wanted a Porsche.
Right.
But now I'm like, I don't need that. As you age, just your interests and what you value changes. And I'd rather like use that money to go on an amazing trip.
Right.
I want to go to Bora Bora, honestly, truth be told. Like those little huts on the water. Heaven.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I don't think.
What do you think?
I think like towels. I'm mid-range right now. Like I don't buy like the $5 towels out of Walmart or whatever. Like I'm more, but I'm not paying $300 for one towel. Like
I do like comfort though. Don't you not like comfort when you get out of the shower?
Like comfort. I'd have to see. Like, you know what? Next time I don't even go to that area when I'm in Nordstrom and all of that. So next time I'm over there, because I will pay for some shoes. Now I will put some money down on some shoes. Chat, leave a comment down below. What money is endless. You've won the lottery. What is it that you're still going to be? I don't want to say cheap, but cheap. Like, what are you not going to spend money on?
That's so funny. I was just having, oh God. Yeah, go ahead.
See, I'll pay for a good meal because we pay for a good meal now. Like we've paid for some meals. But I'm not spending $300 on a towel, I don't think. Or like $400 curtains.
That's a lot. Even, like purses and shoes. I don't know. Can I get it? Yes, but I just feel it's just $400 for a bag and more, right?
Yeah, sometimes more.
Yeah, like that's where I max out. Like,
yeah, you're like, yeah,
no.
Socks, fold those ends over when they get holes in them.
Oh no, trash can waves.
I'm kind of snobby about a good sock.
Really?
My daughter is too.
Walmart.
She will. You know what? I can't say that. I'm kind of snobby. And when I say they don't, I can get them from Walmart or whatever, but they have to be like no show. It have to be a certain material. Like I don't just pick up a sock and just go, oh, okay, I just need it for the road trip. No. No, I stand in front of the socks. That is a serious decision.
Listen, I'm about comfort, so it is robes and pajamas and towels and blankets. Anything that's cozy, I'll spend a little bit extra for.
I will for my pajamas. I don't play about my loungewear, my robes, and my blankets and stuff like that. But I just don't think.
That's so funny.
I don't know about that. Oh, so one of the questions that we had. Okay, wait.
Yes.
Joanne says, I'm not paying for expensive wine and liquor. I've worked for a liquor store. There isn't much difference. A lot of it's made at the same place and just put labels on it. Good tip. That's a very good tip because and Trash Can Waves is like bougie. Some parts of me is, but mainly I'm not because I also like camping. So,
Oh God.
Yeah.
I've never been camping. It's one of the things I want to do. Never, ever.
Okay, but have you hunt? Do you hunt?
No. I'm not a meat eater, so I won't do that either.
Oh, I didn't know you weren't a meat eater. Is this new or always?
I'm a pescatarian.
I didn't know that. Okay, see, here we go. All right. So my son-in-law, no, he eats meat. He doesn't eat pork. My son's girlfriend is vegetarian. Which is the more restrictive, vegan or vegetarian?
Vegan is more restrictive.
Okay.
No byproducts of any animal.
So she's a vegetarian. And then pescatarian is what? Which one?
It's a vegetarian who eats seafood.
Got you. See, I think I can do that. I think I can do that one.
It was a lifestyle change. I did it just to be healthy. I did it because after I ate like a big juicy cheeseburger, which I do
you can tell.
miss the thought of it.
You can tell.
You
can tell.
Yeah.
Your favorite pharmacist says glamping, and that's what we do. I'm not even gonna lie to you. We camp in resorts.
Do that.
When the kids were younger, like it has to have showers, running showers, clean showers. And when the kids were younger, like to be honest with you, we have taken them many places, many states, and lived and everything. They, we're like, oh, where do you want to go? Because what we normally do for Christmas, we're not buying toys. Like, what do you want to do?
Right.
They want to go camping. They're like, we miss camping.
What do you do? Do you rent an RV? Like, what do you do?
It depends on where we're going and where we're going to stay at. So, when we lived in upstate New York, oh, beautiful. And we would rent the RVs.
Yeah.
Because a lot of our friends that have RVs, they're like, don't go buy one. Because we were going to buy one. It was like, no, RV, a boat, and stuff like that. It's a pain. And I was like, oh, okay. You heard that too. And they were like, it's just another bill. Do not buy one. So we were like, okay. So we rent them and we go pack up everything. We have tent camped.
I love it.
My favorite is tent camping by the beach. So as you're sleeping, we did that a lot in Hawaii when we lived in Hawaii. So when we lived in Hawaii, they were my son was like 10. The last two weren't even born. So yeah, they were really, really young. But anyway, we would camp by the beach. You wake up and we cook. Like we cook bacon, eggs, like we cook out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we know how to, like, we sleeping on cots, like, the kids like to sleep on the floor and we lie on the floor and all of that.
Sure.
We have, and see, my husband is a very equipment person. He did that in the military. So, and I think he just carried it over in his personal life. So we had it all, we're the people on the campsite with the generators and everything.
Generator?
generator, because we got to have the cell phones and the this and the that, but we glamped for sure. But it's so fun because one thing I do is put my phone away. I don't put the phone away, and it's the best sleep and the best family time ever. So yeah,
that's on my list for sure.
Oh, I can't wait till you try it and then you let us know. Yeah. Have you fished then? I used to fish as a little girl, like not a lot, but like my grandmother used to live at a condo with a lake, and we used to fish over there. I come from a family, my uncles fish like crazy. Yeah. So in Florida, that's common. Yeah. I'm a bit life going to be hyper as hell.
That's my Red Bull.
Yeah. Glamping is taking a motorhome to a hotel parking lot and using their pool. Oh my goodness. You see that boy got bit by the crocodile. I ain't sleeping in the woods. It's fun. I'm a little leery about it now, only because just the tides, social tides have changed a lot. We are used to being, the only brown people out there, but now it's really, really, it's not even about being brown. People are just crazy nowadays.
For sure.
So I'm just like, I want to go camping, but I don't know.
And actually, trash can waste is kind of true, because I'm in Florida and I'm thinking about the alligators. They're quite bold, and I would be afraid to have them. I actually had one when I lived in another area, and there was a pond in the front of my house and a pond in the back of across the street.
Yep.
And there's one that walked over at the door, my front door. And my neighbor said, "Oh my gosh, there was an alligator at your door." I was working. Said, I was so glad that you were not home, because I had a little one. She was like 3 probably at that time.
Right.
Open the door, alligator, right there.
Very common in Florida. Very, very, very common in Florida. Absolutely.
And they have no fear.
Yeah. Now, are you originally from Florida?
I was born in Philadelphia.
Okay.
And then I moved to the DMV. And so I spent my formidable years there. And then I moved here 15 years ago.
Nice. Okay. So your kids grew up there pretty much.
Yes. Yeah. My oldest is 28. So she grew up in Virginia mostly, but yeah.
I like the DMV area. I do.
I love it. It's congested.
I was just going to say, I don't know if I would ever want to live there, but I definitely like to visit, especially in the springtime, fall. I think it's very beautiful there. I don't think I've been there in the summer. I've been in Virginia.
Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful, and everything's close, and it's got the metro transportation that makes it easy to commute.
Yes. All right, let me see if I can find funniest person. Which one of your kids is the most like you?
Oh God, my youngest. Lord help her. God,
isn't that so funny how that works?
I say it all the time. I can't be mad when she's feisty and she says crazy things. I'm like, she's just like me. She saw me. She watches.
So which one is least like you?
My middle one, she's fairly chill and mellow.
Yeah.
She is more sensitive about things.
Yeah.
And my oldest is kind of like in the middle. She's kind of the most even keel.
So we have 5.
DMV.
And
what's the age, sex, age, gender, age?
Boy 29, girl 25.
Okay.
Girl 22. Girl 16, boy 16.
Oh, twins, boy, girl?
Yeah, they're not twins. They're Irish twins. We were in the middle of adopting, and then I found out I was pregnant. So they are less than 8 months pregnant. They're less than 8 months apart.
That's fantastic.
Another fun fact, I don't even think I've ever mentioned this on my channel. Another fun fact, you probably, I don't know if you'd be like, I could see that, but we were foster parents at one time, and we fostered and had so many foster kids that we took in so many for many years. And so that's
interesting with you travel with your husband being in the military and being in different places, that you still did that.
Yep, we still did it. And technically with one of them, we had to petition the court to ask, can we take them with us or whatever. Thankfully the parent was like, absolutely, we love them, they are very good people. Absolutely. So
that's wonderful, Melissa. I love
that's one thing that I would definitely do with like an abundance of money. Like if I come in to a whole lot of money, I would adopt all the kids. Like which is strange because I just got finished saying I don't care for whining kids.
Stop crying, kid.
Listen, I'm in a store and I'm like, give it what it wants. I like, no. But
I know I just get a little on edge. I'm like, please, baby, stop. Where's the mother?
Yep.
Where's the father?
Exactly. I used to hear years ago, the older ladies who we're now older, a little older, but they used to be like, oh, you'll know when you're done. And I'm like, how would you know when you're done? And they're like, oh, you will know when you're done having kids. And sure enough, I'm done. I'm like, oh, I mean, I think I'm done, but I'm just saying, generally speaking, yes, yeah. Nope. We can get up and go where we want. Like, even with the 16-year-old, like, and then we have adult kids. So we're like, hey, and it's so funny now because now with the adult kids, they're like, I was like, hey, you know, the kids have money already, so we'll be back. And they're like, y'all not coming back. And we're like, we'll be back. Just check in on them or whatever. Because my cousin actually lives with us. So, and she's 30. So they're like, oh no, you're not coming back. And I'm like, okay, we may or may not be coming back, but I mean,
timely is the question. Timely, you'll be back eventually, but yeah.
Exactly.
I think because I started so early having my daughter that I look forward to, I hope that it won't be like, oh my gosh, I missed that. But I'm looking forward to being an empty nester.
Right.
Because I was 19.
I was going to say, what's early, Kelly? But yeah, we were the same age. Okay. Yeah. We were the same age. Oof. But I think I'm older than you. But we were definitely the same age when we had our first little kiddo. Would you change that? Same kid, same everything. Of course, we want the same result, but would you change it?
You know, because I found out I was pregnant in college. And so I would have liked to have gone through college when I did. I went back to school. I do have my degree, but that was a long road.
It's a long road. It is. When you have the priorities and all of that stuff. So
you
gotta work. Exactly. Yep. And so because with my son, I wasn't with his father. So again, like you said, even though I met my husband a year and a half later, that was, you know, serendipitous. I still had to work. So yeah, I agree 100%. I don't think I would change it. I don't think so.
And where I am today, I wouldn't change it, but I think about if I had gone all the way through school, because it was 15. I went to school 1992.
Right.
And when I went back to school and finally received my degree, it was in 2007.
Right.
So it was a long commitment to myself. It's like, I'm going to do it however long it takes me. And that's a shout out to everyone who's in school and a non-traditional student. You can do it. It's your own timeline. Don't compare yourself to anybody else.
Nope. I used to, I think back now and I think, oh my goodness, what took me so long to go back to school? But I think about it. Life happens, you know, as secure as I am now. I know I wasn't in my 20s, 30s. I remember being, so my educational journey happened where when I first had my son right out of school, at one point I thought I wanted to go to college, but I'm a mom. So I got to, you know, I didn't go to college. So I went to hair school, which was the next thing that definitely was something that I was interested in.
Sure.
Did hair, got married, and then we were looking like, hey, if I go to work, we're spending more money on childcare. So that got me into childcare because I'm like, okay, if I can stay home, what could I do to earn money? So throughout the majority of raising all of my kids, I own daycares.
Interesting. Okay.
But then you hit a ceiling with that and you're like, I got to go back to school because there's only so much I can do with this. So I go back to school, but of course I'm in my early 30s, you know, that type of thing. But up until that point, you get little snippets, go back to school, go back to school.
Sure.
I remember, and tell me if you remember this or you were ever like this. I remember being so overwhelmed just with the application of doing the initial call-in application to go to college. Just so overwhelmed, like not necessarily fearful, but just like, oh. It was,
I just saw it as it's going to take me a really long time. I was not exercising patience. I'm like, it's going to take me so long because I'm working. So it's one class here. I'll take off a semester. I'll do classes next. And it was just a lot of that because I had to work.
Yep. So you know, my master's degree was like that. My master's degree was very much not, you know, a consecutive consistent time. Like life happened, everything, and it was just like overwhelming. And master's level courses. And I feel like you need a break in between some of those, especially with my major. I just stayed writing, because it's psychology. So I was always writing and always, peer review this, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. So
yeah. I thought about that. I just had my bachelor's. I thought about going back for my master's, but when you get into IT too, and it's like, why spend that money and go through that time when I can get, certifications will get you a bump up in money. So
IT is interesting like that. It's so funny because you're project manager, and that is one of my dream. Like, it's something like I'm kind of like somebody that will try just about any job. That's me. And so I always wanted to try project managing because I'm like, I could do that job. I know I could. Is it fun?
I do love it because I love, first, being in IT, I work with a lot of like men, and they're like no nonsense, straight, black and white, very direct. That's kind of my nature anyway. But with project management, it's timeline. This is what we're trying to accomplish. Here are the steps to get there, reaching milestones,
Period.
Checking with people. Are you doing your job? Hey, a lot of that follow up and being that facilitator. Yeah. And I enjoy that.
Okay.
It's good. Yeah, it's really good. I love it.
How does that help you with YouTube? Like just creating content and all that? Are you intentional in the sense of, well, first of all, how often do you have a set schedule, or you don't?
I've backed away a little bit, and a couple of folks are like, when are you going to go live? Because I'm trying to be more intentional about what I release. And so I am putting together like a schedule for myself and a topic. I want to do some series.
Okay.
And so I'm trying to apply my work life into my YouTube because I need order.
I was just going to say, and you know what? I think that most of the time that was one of my first lessons that I learned when I became a YouTuber, because prior to YouTube, when my faves weren't dropping videos, I'm like, where are you? Why aren't you doing content? It wasn't until I was the content creator where I was like, whoa.
Yes.
This is not easy.
Yes.
For me to be requesting that they, get it together as fast as I want them to. And yes, I'm happy that you want to see me, but I don't place any demands on any YouTuber nowadays at all.
You see, it does take organization and all the things, and marketing and promoting and asking for feedback and editing. Like it's exciting though. I love it.
Yeah,
but
it
it's
is
a whole new world.
And I do it full time. I'm blessed enough to be able to do it full time, and to afford that time to it.
Sure.
But like I said, I know for a fact, just knowing what type of household and with my kids, there's no way. I don't know how without me incorporating them into my channel. Let's say it that way.
Sure. Yeah.
Because this takes a lot of time away from your family if you don't find that balance.
That's actually one of the reasons why I did step back, because I was making myself available when I was supposed to be in family time. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm making some adjustments. Like, here are my parameters, this is what I can do.
Yeah.
And, so I keep my sanity, and like, I don't want ever, although I have shared custody with my daughter, I never want them to feel like, I don't want to even say
I know what you mean.
Yes.
I know what you mean.
So
I know exactly what you mean. And it's just balance. YouTube's not going anywhere. Subscribers aren't going anywhere. You have a life outside of YouTube, and, like you said, just being intentional. So I missed you, but I also, I don't know. I'm just on a vibe where I get it. Like, I completely get it, where I'm not placing the demand on anybody to do anything, especially when you're live streaming. Like,
sure. And you want to be of value too. You want to add value, not just throw something out there.
True. That's true.
So,
let me see. So did you consume YouTube a lot before you became a content creator? Did you watch?
I did kind of here and there, but now as a YouTuber, I absorb all things, like even just random, just to see how people interact and engage with their community. And I just watch everything, how they do their thumbnail, all of that. So definitely, on your phone, you can track your time spent.
Yes.
I'm embarrassed to even say what I've done for my YouTube time. it's double digits for sure, but I absorb a lot of content.
Wow.
Yes. Double digits. Double hours.
Let me ask you this question, because I promised yesterday, because I've been cheating. I have not asked this question.
Okay.
Since the last live that we did. And so the question was, if you have a boat, or if you want to purchase a boat, what would you name your boat? And so I've been cheating because I couldn't come up with a name. And so what was my name? My name, the Rose Gold or the Honeybee's Journey.
Cute. Honeybee's Journey. I like that.
The Honeybee's Journey is because, I don't know, I'm feeling nasally a little bit. But anyway, the Honeybee's Journey is, my name means honeybee.
Oh.
And yeah, isn't that strange? Melissa means honeybee and Deborah.
And that's so random.
Look it up. It's the weirdest thing. And I didn't like it growing up. I was like, you've got to, why can't I, magical sunset or beautiful star, nothing. Sure. No, honeybee. What is your name? Do you know what your name means?
Kelly, I don't know. I think it's like a more Celtic name.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So
let's look it up.
That's all I know. But if I had a boat, I'd probably name it like Titanium or something like that. Something strong. Something strong.
Nice. Titanium.
Yeah.
It took me forever to come up with this name, because I was like, the first time I answered it, I knew I wanted it to mean something that I would have to explain. So rose gold is my favorite color. So I was like, okay, but that's easy. And then I was like, Honeybee's Journey. That's Melissa's journey. Okay, good. That, you know. So yeah.
It's a good story. And I probably Titanium because I love the song. I think it's David Guetta.
I love that song.
Yes. And so probably because I was going through divorce during that time.
Oh, girl, you was feeling it.
It was it. And so it has a special place in my heart.
Okay, so let me ask you this. This is probably the weirdest question, but this is the way my brain works. When you were going through your divorce, again, this is not serious, but
yeah,
when you were going through your divorce, did you take on something like that you could, I don't know, channel that strength and the anger and everything? So for an example, did you take up powerlifting? So I think of Titanium, and I'm a very visual person. So sure. if that was your song, I'm thinking, what the hell was she doing to that song? Right?
I know. I was kind of, I used that time to be, come to peace. Yeah. So, I more so just exercised, and I had my best shape body of that time, because I put all my energy into that.
Really?
Probably 16 to when I was going through that, because I needed some positive way to have an outlet.
Right.
So yeah, it was fitness for me, and probably the Titanium. I don't know. Maybe it's like strength and
yeah. No, that goes hard. I love that song.
I love it.
Yeah, so that's good. That's good.
That's funny.
Let me see. Yeah, I was curious. Oh, I know another fun question. I'm like recycling some of these questions because I want to know what other people are thinking.
Sure.
So another question that I asked last Friday was, what are you done with? Like, what are you over? Like, I'm done. So mine was, just to put you in a thought. Mm-hmm. One girl was like, I'm done saying yes to everybody. I'm done dimming my light for people. That was mine. Someone else said that they were done with friends that are basically fake friends or whatever. What are you done with?
That's actually pretty good. I think I'm not having to be around people. I'm okay with being alone and enjoying that space.
Yes.
And if people come around and I do things, it's great. But I embrace it and I do love it. But yeah, I'm still single, and I'm dating. I would love to have a forever partner, but I'm enjoying this piece. And if no one comes around, if he doesn't show up that day, whatever, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard something yesterday to that point.
Yes.
On the Famous Attorney's channel, he ripped this poor lady apart. It was so funny. And I think he brings such a good point, because I think he realizes men are from Mars, women are for Venus. Like, so basically this girl's on there and she's talking about her prayer journal, so to speak. And did you hear it?
Yes.
Wasn't that interesting?
I journal.
It was a journal.
Women journal.
I was like, leave her alone. You won't ever get it. Like, you won't ever get it. And bless his heart, he was trying to get it. So anyway, y'all, just to catch you up, girl calls in, it's kind of like having a conversation of what do you want in life, that whole thing. So a lady in her 30s, early 30s, she's like, listen, I had a list. It used to be 15 requirements for a guy on it. Now it's like 6. The lead attorney's argument is and she's like, but I'm not going to settle. And another thing that she said was, if someone comes along, good, but I've accepted that I'm going to be single.
Sure.
I've got that as a woman, but he was just like, I don't get it. And I'm like, leave.
That's why we're different.
That's why we're different. No, it wasn't Suzette. It wasn't Suzette. Suzette was on there.
It was the lady that came up.
But it was a lady that came up. It wasn't Suzette.
Yeah, I don't remember her name.
Right before the other lady who was that call went left really quick. So
she was saying some stuff. I was like, oh wow.
Ooh,
yes.
Okay. So shout out to the lead attorney. Very entertaining. So you guys make sure you check him out as well. I love his shows. Absolutely. But I thought that was very interesting because I'm like, lead, like, yeah, some women are going to write it down. They're going to make pictures. Okay, so here's my point. Do you agree with this? I think men make lists. They just don't write it down. Men have lists
in their head. Come on, guys. Yeah. Y'all can, if you're in the chat, spill the beans. We're encouraged as women to journal and get our feelings out on paper. That's what we've been told to do. So it's actually for your benefit. So I
think so too.
So we don't unleash onto you. Like we write it down.
He was dragging her, and I was like, girl. Then she goes and gets the journal, and I'm like, girl, no, don't go get it. He's
don't
not
read your personal business. I know.
I wouldn't have read it, but it was just interesting to see the difference. And like you said, so here's the question though, from that live. Mm-hmm. Are you approaching guys?
No. I'm friendly though. I'll say hello. I'll say like, you have nice shoes on, but if it doesn't turn into something, I compliment people.
Right.
But I don't know if I'm intentionally doing that. If I see someone that's attractive, I might like smile like,
right. You're going to bat your eyes.
Yes. But
you're not sending a note over or sending a drink over like on me.
I've not had to do that yet. Would I be opposed to doing that? It's kind of bold. I wonder if I
very bold, but I missed the part of the conversation, the beginning part where that was a point that he was trying to make to do that. But I did catch a little bit where he was like, well, how do you say that marriage is what you want if you don't go after it? And I'm like,
yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to doing it, honestly, because I would think it would be kind of fun to like, send him a drink, whatever he's drinking, send it. Like, I don't feel like
when it says it's manly.
Is it weird? I could see like,
He said it's weird. I'm all for flirting, batting eyes, showing a little leg, whatever.
Showing a little leg.
Just a little leg. You on a bar stool and you got to cross your leg a little bit. But I don't know.
I've never done it, but I wouldn't say I wouldn't try it. But hopefully I won't have to do that.
I know. So how long have you been single?
I've been divorced since 2014.
Okay.
One of the two. It's been at least 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad. Let me see what else I wanted to.
Cascade saying demonstrations.
No. He's so crazy.
She's married, and I've got some,
You don't care.
I know.
And you keep telling people you got somebody. They're not hearing you, are they? Every live, I should flash that. She told y'all the last 3 lives she has someone. That is so funny. What do I say? What was the last show? Are you a TV person, a music person? Do you watch a lot of TV?
I watch what I can catch on like Netflix mostly.
Right.
I think I just finished watching You.
I didn't even touch it. I was like, I can't deal with this right now.
It was a little bit different than the past seasons. Yeah. And there's a couple good ones out there. Like I like Ratchet and Squid Game. Ratchet was really good because I love One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, that movie long ago with Jack Nicholson. So it was kind of.
How did you like Squid Games?
It was. odd. I went into it with I didn't know what it was.
Okay.
So I went into it with an open mind. So it wasn't already talked about like it is now. Crazy.
Right. You watched it in the first wave.
Right in the first wave. So you didn't like it?
I thought it was really slow.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was it gave me all the blood, guts, and gore that I wanted, for sure. But this whole mystery with the guy going back and the brother and the this and the that, I was like, oh my gosh, get to the point. Tell me what, and it wasn't from a suspenseful thing. It was like, man, you could have told us this 2 episodes ago type thing.
It was different.
Yeah. It was excellent. Don't say no different. Oh my goodness, Trash Can Waves.
I liked it too.
That's
funny. That's funny. What was the last thing you seen on TV?
What was the last thing I binged? I would have to check my. You know what? I'm gonna tell you, I'm the weirdo that keeps going back to the same stuff that she's watched before. So this week I went back to Downton Abbey. I'm just a weirdo. I mean,
never seen that ever.
Love it. Obsessed.
Really?
Yes.
I would just think I couldn't relate. Like, is it interesting like that?
If you're historical buff, are you history buff?
No.
Then you would be like, this is so boring.
Yeah.
You wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
Downton Abbey, but let me see.
Well, I like Vikings. I like Vikings. I like certain things. It gotta be like action. It's gotta be something to it.
Yes, you are an adrenaline buff. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, that's true.
Watch Green Inferno.
I gotta watch. Let me write that down.
Yeah.
Green
Inferno. But remember, it's Trash Can Waves.
I know. That's why I was like, before I commit to watching it, let me write it.
It was like Spartacus.
Let me check it. Yeah, Gladiator, things like that. I like it.
Pen 15. I think I saw that.
What is that?
Were you on the Tiger King kick?
I saw it. Yes, it was silly because it's Florida. It's Florida.
Yes, Florida. I said Florida. Oh my gosh! Some days I'm like, I'm not from Florida. I'm not from but they're coming out with a 2nd season. I'm like,
I heard that. I'll watch it though, just because it's just a train wreck.
Yeah, I like a good train wreck.
I do,
and I pray for them along the way and laugh at them and everything. But I definitely, let me see what. So I tried to watch a Christmas movie, one that I didn't, that I've never watched.
What's it?
48 Christmases. It was so cheesy. What's
a good Christmas movie? 4 Christmases.
That is 4 Christmases is a good movie.
With Vince Vaughn.
Yes, that was a good movie.
That's a good movie. Christmas time coming. 4 Christmases.
I know.
It's funny.
You know what's good? Kim's Convenience. Mr. Kim's Convenience.
What is that?
It's it's on Netflix. I'm just going through my watch list. It's
Mr. Kim's Convenience.
I think they're Korean. They're Korean and they have a bodega in New York probably, or California, and it's just their life. And it's funny. It's light.
Yeah.
It's light.
I'll check it.
Legitness. Oh boy, here we go.
I don't know. And with the laugh, so you got to take that very lightly.
I started Manifest, didn't finish that.
I started it. I didn't finish it either.
No, I didn't finish it, but I think it's good. But I watch a lot of. So what is this? Like Moving 101, House Hunter. Like I watch stuff like that.
I watch like Ready to Love. It's on OWN. I watch that. Yep. I watch like they're kind of. I don't want to admit it.
No, I'm all over it. I'm all over that. I'm telling you, I'm all over that.
It's funny.
It's like how that was an expression, not a show. Which one?
Legitness.
Oh, Legitness. Oh, okay, Legitness. I'm like, I don't never heard of it. Let me go look. Okay. So I was trying to wait around for Black's Tropical because she said she wanted to join in. But I don't want to let me see if they're still live. If they're still live, it doesn't matter one way or another.
Yeah.
She just had to catch the next one.
Yeah, for sure. No worries.
But it was okay, yeah, they're still live. They're still live.
And I think Blind Guy's live too. I saw pop up.
Black's Tropical is having a
Halloween
thing tomorrow. So I was like, okay, y'all.
And they were gonna live stream it, I believe, right?
She did say she was gonna live. I don't see Blind Guy.
Oh, I thought I saw that. Okay.
I don't see Blind Guy, but that doesn't matter. So anyway, let me go through my questions and make sure there's nothing else that I thought was funny or fun to ask you. And so while we do that, y'all take a look at this. If you're liking my channel, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell right now. Do it.
I love that little feat.
Do it. Thank you guys. So we are rounding out just a fun, happy hour girlfriend chit chat with Miss Kelly of My Vivid Life. Don't worry, she'll be back. I think it's like in 12 days. Okay. So we'll be back and we're going to get to know her more. I didn't ask her specific questions because I want to save some for later. But if you're enjoying this content, make sure you guys hit the like button. And if you're peeking in, make sure you go check her channel out. She's good people, and you know what? She will get the content and everything together, even though there's already stuff on there that you guys can watch. So don't stop bugging her, talking about when you're going to up. No, I'm just kidding. But go check her channel out, y'all.
Thank you.
Let me see. They showed their studio. Who?
I think she's talking about Blind Guy. They were live for 10 minutes, he said.
Oh, okay. And they showed their studio. Oh, okay, nice.
Check that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out as well. I love that. I love the support and everything from them. They're just really cool people.
100%.
Yeah. Oh, last one. This is fun. Okay. It can be job related. Oh, you know what? Now that I'm saying it, thinking what I'm gonna say, the blind guy, close your ears. Not blind guy. Trash can waves, don't even answer. What can you do, as the saying goes? Because let me say, as the saying goes, with your eyes closed. Like, you've got it. What can you do just with your eyes closed? I know, that's what I'm saying.
Why does your mind immediately go like to something inappropriate?
Because it's trash can waves, and honestly, that's where my mind kind of
look at the eyes on the thing. I don't know if I can answer that.
I can teach with my eyes closed. I can, like, it's with ease. I can public speak with ease. I can shop with my eye, like, with, so that's what I mean, like, with just absolute ease. I can sit.
Yeah.
I can stir it like, oh, Jesus, this man. don't you already know.
He's encouraging. I can't think trash can waves with your comments, okay?
I know.
And then I want to look and see what he's saying.
The funniest thing is when you're like serious, or like you're trying to get your thoughts together and you're completing a sentence and you just look down and you just say, you see boobies. And you're like, oh man, why did you just type that? You just threw my whole entire thought off. It's so
actually
funny.
I'm pretty good with typing. Like if I have to write something or type something and
I'm so impressed.
Yes. Yeah, I could do that. There we go. Whew.
That yeah. Nice. So yeah, y'all. I'm checking. I don't see any questions for you or anything. He's so silly.
I know.
He's so silly.
But
I
love trash can waves.
I love him. I know he throws some people off, but I love him. I love his commentary and everything.
It's awesome
in the comments. So I think Trash Can Waves, you have a video premiering in about an hour or two, I think.
Yeah, I think
so. So yeah, so make sure you guys go check him out. Kelly, it's been wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I look forward to having you another 2 weeks from now. Thanks for hanging out with me and
sipping. Of course. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. It was fun. It was absolutely fun. And what I tend to do is if I have someone on and we have a good time or whatever, I usually just send them an invite, and if they can make it, they can make it. They can't, they can't.
Sure.
So it's been great. So hopefully, we'll see you again on another Friday.
For sure. I would love to. Thank you for having me.
All right. Final words. You want them? Go ahead. Anything you want to leave the chat or just say before we
sign out? Sure. Thank you so much. My channel is My Vivid Life. I do want to do a little bit more on like self-defense for us women and making sure that you have situational awareness in light of some of the things that are going on in the news. I'm very much going to promote some of those types of things with me being to a weapons carrier, weapons owner, and then physical self-defense too. So if that is something that you're interested in, I'm short, it's unassuming is honestly the best way to kind of move about. You don't have to be big and burly to take care of yourself. So
yes.
that's
And
it.
so if you're interested in that, that is what our topic will be with her, but that is what's also on her platform. So when she comes
Yes.
back, we're going to be talking all things
Okay.
tiny mite, self-defense, all of that.
I love it.
We're going to talk about tiny mite,
All
self-defense.
of it.
And you know what, Kelly, just to give you a caveat and just for you to be thinking about, I didn't realize it until maybe about 6 months ago to a year ago.
Okay.
That I was traumatized because serious. I said I wasn't gonna talk serious, but I'm gonna say this and then because we can't stay serious. But anyway,
Sure.
A friend of mine was a victim of what's it called? Murder suicide.
Dang.
Left 4 kids behind. Shocking as whatever. And so I didn't realize until I was on live and we were just talking things through and we were just talking about weapons and the whole 9 or whatever. And then one of my subscribers was like, Melissa, you're traumatized, because I understand the irrational fear that I have, totally irrational. Because I think at one point my thought was like, how could someone be so angry? Like, how did he get that angry to do that? You know what I mean?
Sure.
And, and I was like, I don't want a gun in my house, whatever. And so my friend was like, yeah, but that is totally irrational as far as it's a valid point. Yeah.
Valid feeling.
It's a valid feeling. And so just be thinking about that when we meet together and be talking about self-defense and all of that, because I do know that eventually we have what we have now, but
I do want to talk about that. That would be great. Honestly, we need to be protected.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And I do know that, but that's my traumatic experience. But I know other people have, there's other things that you don't even realize you're traumatized. So anyway, y'all, that's just a little snippet of what we're going to be talking about when she comes back. So I'm going to sign out. Kelly, you can, we're going to wave to our friends at the same time. Soon as I find my outro. Okay, there it is. So my friends, as always, you know what I always say, just be kind to people for no apparent reason, with no pretense of getting anything back. We never know what people are going through.
Yes.
So just being the reason that somebody smiles is just enough for us. So until next time, I will see you guys on Monday. In the meantime, deuces.